Hello everyone, today I am going to show you how to create procedural stool in Houdini. Okay, so before we move into Houdini, I would like to show you some properties, or you can say that elements or parts of a stool. Okay, so over here I have this image to represent that particular stuff. So over here basically we have mainly three parts. One is your seat, one base, and another is footrest. Okay, so now whenever you create that procedural geometry or procedural model, so you have to understand each and every element and each and for example for base, so you have to know that what is the property of base now. Okay, so I would like to show you that. So right now we focus on base. So over here we have some properties like we have top radius, if we consider that as in circular formation, bottom radius, height of base, numbers of legs. Over here if I want fillet, so that is chamfering, or you can say that roundness or bending of that particular legs. Okay, then over here for footrest, that is also the radius of footrest as well as the height of footrest. Okay, from these things. Another is your seating arrangement. So for that definitely the radius of that particular seat and height of seat. Okay, so based on this property I am going to create procedural stool. Okay, and all those properties should be interconnected with each other. Okay, so that is the main motive of this particular model. Okay, so through this model you can easily understand the procedural approach. That is the main intention of this tutorial. Okay, so let's jump into Houdini. Okay, so over here in Houdini, this is my workspace. So basically over here I am going to create that workflow, and over here I create two panel for parameter. Okay, so in one parameter panel I would like to freeze or pin my controller parameters. Okay, that through that basically we are going to control our tab stool. So first of all over here I am going to create one geometry container and I just name it as stool. Now I just go inside that particular stuff and immediately I create one null operator. Okay, and I just press C, and over here I just give a proper color to that, maybe green color, and I just name it as controller. And over here it is preferable that I just pin that particular stuff over here. So now this I freeze this panel, and over here the active panel or that the flow, that procedural flow, and for that whatever operator I created for that parameter, that appear over here. Okay, so first of all over here I am going to create some parameter. So for that thing I just click over here, edit parameter, and first of all I create three main parameters, that is float. I just apply like this, and over here I just name it as base, that is base top radius. Okay, that is BTR. Okay, so base top radius. Another one, and over here I just set my range. That is okay. Right now I just put as it is, or maybe you just give a range, maybe 0 to 2, like that. Over here I just create one more, that is I just create base bottom radius. Okay, so base bottom radius. Okay, and also 0 to 2, and over here I create one more, and that is base height, that is BH. Okay, so base height. Okay, and that should be range from maybe 0 to 5. Right now I just set like this. Okay, you can change your range according to your convenience. So I just apply and accept over here. So right now we have this base top radius, base bottom radius, base height. Okay, and over here I just set it to maybe 0.2, 0.3 and maybe 1.5, something like that. Okay, so now I want to create that stuff over here. So to do that, over here I am just go into my side view or maybe front view. Okay, and over here I just apply one add operator, through which basically I am going to create one profile point for these things. Okay, so to do that, over here I need 3 points, 1, 2 and 3, and I just activate all those points. Okay, so now for example I start from up direction. Okay, so that should be in top, so that x should be 0 and y should be the height of this. So I just copy parameter and paste relative reference over here. Okay, so now I activate this thing, so you will get one point over here. Okay, now the second point should be over here, that is your top radius as well as height. Okay, so that x should be your top radius. Okay, so I just copy this parameter, in x I just paste relative reference over here, and height should be this, so copy parameter and paste the relative reference over here. Okay, so I get one point over here. Now for third point, that should be your base point, so there is x is y is 0 and x should be your bottom radius. So I just copy parameter and I just apply paste relative reference over here. Okay, so now see over here I get something like this. Okay, if you click over here 0, 1, 2, something like that. Okay, so and now see if you change like this, you will get something like this over here. Okay, so now what I prefer over here is that I just create one more add parameter, and through which I am basically generate one line for this thing. So I just apply add and over here by group, and you will get one line like this. Okay, so this is you can say that one lake profile over here. Okay, so now I need that bevel things over here. So over here I just apply poly bevel, or you can say that chamfering over here. So over here if I apply like this, and over here you should apply point, and you will get something like this over here. But what I need over here is that it should be not go up to here. Okay, so over here I prefer that should be controlled in percentage. So whatever the radius of your that top base radius, okay, that should I just consider, okay, that should be go up to 0.25 to 0.75, something like that. Okay, so over here I need to create one controller, so I need parameter interface. Okay, and over here I just apply float, and that should be your fillet. Okay, and over here I just name it as fillet, and over here I just define lock this particular stuff 0.25 to 0.75, and this should be also locked, so it is not go below 0.25 and not above 0.75. So I just apply, and over here I apply one more thing, that is integer, and that should be control the segment, or you can say the division of your fillet. Okay, so fillet division okay, and that should be start from 1 to maybe 12, so we can increase that, basically detailing into that. Okay, so yeah, definitely over here again I should log this particular stuff, apply accept. Okay, so now what am I going to do is that I just first copy these things, copy my fillet division, and I just apply it over here, paste relative reference. So now whatever I apply over here, it should reflect over there. And for to do percentage thing, what should I do over here is that I have this base top radius, so I should copy these things, paste relative reference over here, and multiply it with this percentage. Okay, so paste the relative reference over here. So now see what happened, that over here we get 0.25 percentage and up to 0.75%. Okay, and over here you can control your segments. Okay, so right now I just put as it is, like this. Okay, and see over here the problem is that we get some that point order is changed. So to arrange that point in a proper manner, over here I prefer that I apply one resample operator. Okay, and I'm not going to add some point, I just want to arrange or rearrange or shorting that numbers. So to do that I just uncheck this maximum segment length like that. Okay, so right now I get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like that. Okay, so that is the thing. Now I just come into this perspective manner, and now over here I need numbers of leg. So over here I need to create one more controller, and that should be in integer. I apply over here, and over here I just apply legs, number of legs, and over here range should be start from 3, because to create that base we need at least minimum 3 legs. Okay, so over here I lock that particular stuff, and over here maybe you just set it to 20, or you can go above 20 also. Okay, so I just apply, accept, and I just what am I going to do over here? I just apply, copy, and transform. Okay, and this legs I just copy parameter and I just paste it over here, paste the relative reference over here, as well as to rotate that particular stuff in a symmetric manner, or that in a proper division wise. So 360 divided by these numbers of legs. So I already copied that particular stuff, so I just need to apply paste relative reference over here. Okay, so now I get these 3 legs. Okay, like this, and even if you change 4, 5 or 6, whatever, we get something like this. Okay, so now what I need to do over here is, so that is the concept of base. Okay, now what I need over here is that, so see, for example, if you reduce this base bottom radius, that should not be go beyond the radius of this top radius. Okay, because this will make your stool imbalance. Okay, so over here I need to control that particular stuff. So over here I just select this first things, and in that particular stuff over here this is my bottom radius. So over here what I need to do is that over here I need to write down one if condition. If this, okay, this is bottom, your base bottom radius, and over here I just copy this parameter. Okay, so is greater than, or you can say that less than, paste relative reference over here. Okay, so if bottom radius is less than this top radius, then so I just need to apply comma over here. So this is my condition. Now if that condition is true, what should be happen? So if that is less than this, so at a time we just stuck with that top radius. Okay, so that should be this, paste a relative reference, else you have to over here BBR. Okay, and that bracket should be over. Okay, so now see what happened over here. For example, if I increase that particular stuff, that is okay, but if I just decrease this thing, so now see, even if I change or go beyond this value, it should remain that 0.382. okay, if you click over here like this, see over here 0.832, and if you go above this value, that should be changed. Okay, so you can restrict that particular stuff using that if else condition and something like that. Okay, so this is the thing. So we basically create a proper base for stool. Okay, now I'm going to work on that particular stuff, that is your footrest. Okay, so over here what am I going to do? Instead of I just apply that, okay, there should be height over here. For example, I consider this height as 1. Okay, so I just normalize that particular stuff, and I want to set my footrest should be at 50% or 0.25%, sorry, 25% or something like that. Okay, so to do that over here, I have to create one more parameter, edit parameter. Okay, and over here I just apply one float and foot rest position, foot rest position. Okay, apply, and over here I just apply 0.1 to maybe 0.5. Okay, so that is start from 10% of height from bottom and up to 50%. Okay, you definitely can play with those values. Apply, accept. So now over here what am I going to do is that over here I need that points over here. So to do that, over here I am going to create one circle. Okay, and that circle should be in XZ direction, and that should be polygon. Okay, now my circle should larger than this base, or that basically radius of these things. Okay, so for safer side what am I going to do is that I just copy parameter, and over here I just paste relative reference of this plus copy this thing, copy bottom and paste relative reference over here. Okay, so that is the combination or addition of bottom and top radius, so that always cover that whole area. Now over here I am going to apply one transform, and in that over here whatever the height we have, okay, so that should be apply over here, paste relative reference and multiply it with this footrest position. So copy parameter and paste relative reference. Okay, so now over here I get something like this. See, now to interact or intersect those particular area. Okay, so I want to intersect this one leg with this particular stuff. So over here we have one very interesting stuff, that is intersection analysis, and over here I need to apply that line as well as this surface. Okay, so basically it produce one intersect point of that particular thing. Okay, so I have this point over here. Now what I supposed to do, I just right click over here, action, and over here create reference copy. So basically it is kind of cloning that particular node, and I just apply it over here. Okay, so now see over here I get those 4 points. Okay, and that basically lie onto this thing. Okay, so now see, for example, I just change, we get those points over here. Okay, and over here I'm going to apply that add operator and go to polygon by group and close. Okay, so basically I need that lines over here, but actually I need only lines, so I just apply convert line and I just convert that particular stuff into line. Okay, now over here for example I apply merge and I just merge this and this over here, and I can get something like this over here. Okay, so now you can apply maybe one circle, and that should be the profile shape, or you can say that section shape for this particular stuff. Okay, so over here I need the, you can say that this is the profile for pipe. Okay, so over here I need that radius of that particular pipe. Okay, so to do that over here I just create one more parameter, and over here I just write down or maybe pipe size, or you could say the pipe size. That is fine. Pipe size, and over here I prefer that it should be 0.01 to 0.1. Locked. Apply, accept. And I just copy this parameter, and in circle I just paste it over here. Okay, and that should be XY, that is fine. That should be in polygon, and over here I just increase the segment maybe 20. Now over here I just apply one sweep operator. Okay, so that should be my curve, and this should be my circle. And over here I need to convert, or I just said to reverse this section. Okay, so I get something like this. Okay, so basically this create a proper base. Okay, now sometimes what I need over here is that I need one circular footrest over here. Okay, so to do that over here, what am I going to do? Over here I am creating basically one, so basically I need that distance, so basically I need that radius value over here. So to do that over here I am going to create one attribute walk. Okay, basically what I need over here is that I need to identify the distance specifically in x z plane for these things. Okay, so to do that I am creating over here attribute walk. Okay, you can also use basically that wrangle or wax over here, but right now I prefer walk. Okay, so I just go inside that particular stuff. Now over here I have this position for that thing. So over here I just apply one vector to float. Okay, and in that over here I create one float to vector, and over here I just apply y value. Okay, so by default if I am not using anything, it consider as 0 0, so 0 0 and whatever the y value we have over here. And over here we have one distance operator through which basically I have this position and I have this thing. So I just call these things over here, and over here I am going to create one bind export, and over here I just like footrest radius. Okay, FRR. So now we have that attribute basically, so which carry that radius of that particular stuff. So now over here I prefer I just apply one null operator, and over here I just write down out footrest radius. Okay, so now what am I going to do over here is that basically I am going to create one circle again. Okay, and I just apply XZ polygon, increase the segments of that particular stuff like this. Okay, and over here the height should be your height of this, or that basically its y position should be the same as that circle. So paste relative reference, multiply with your footrest position. So I just copy parameter and paste the relative reference over here. So basically we get something over here. Okay, and to identify or to calculate that radius, okay, over here we need to call that attribute. Okay, so to call that attribute, what I need to do is that over here I need to call point function. Okay, in which we need to define the location of that particular stuff. So over here out footrest radius comma 0, comma, the name of your attribute. Okay, that is your, the attribute over here is your FRR. Okay, so that should be written over here. So FRR, and over here I just apply 0. Okay, because that is float information. So now see, we get something like this over here. Okay, now over here what am I going to do is that over here I am going to create one switch operator. Just tab switch operator. Okay, and I just apply it over here and over here like this. Okay, and maybe if you check over here, if you change like this, we get something like this. Okay, so to do this controller over here, I am going to create one more parameter, and that is your toggle. And over here I just name it as circular put wrist. Okay, just apply, accept, and I just copy this parameter and paste it over here, paste the relative reference over here. So now if I check like this, we get this something like that. Okay, but the thing is that whenever I click over here and if I click on this thing, so see, basically it intersect with that thing. So whenever see, this is okay with these things, but whenever I want to create this circular pattern, it should be basically not intersect with that, it just touch that particular things. Okay, so to do that, over here I have this pipe size, so I just copy this parameter, I just come over here and in uniform scale I just apply minus, paste relative reference, and I just need to divide it by 2. Okay, so now see, it just appear like this. Okay, so over here I just need to basically multiply, actually not divide. I need to multiply that particular stuff, so it basically does that particular stuff, but it is very like that. Okay, so over here what I prefer is that instead of 1 I just apply 1.7.5, so it just touch like this. Okay, so we have this base, so now whatever you change over here, you just need like this, we get something like this. Even with the pipe size, we get something like this. Okay, now we come into that. So now that base is ready, our foot rates is ready. Now we need that sheet. So now we need that sheeting arrangement. Okay, so to do that, over here I am going to create one tube. Okay, and that should be polygon. Over here I just increase that column. So now that radius is more on that top radius. Okay, so I just copy this parameter and over here I just paste relative reference over here, so we get something like this. Okay, so over here I need to create that height. So to do that, I just edit parameter, select one float, apply, and over here S H, height over here 0.1 to 0.5, lock, apply, accept, and I just copy this parameter, and paste the relative reference over here, as well as I just close this end cap. Okay, now I need a little chamfer over here. So to do that, over here I just apply polybevel, and in that basically I just if I apply this particular stuff, it basically bevel all the edges. So over here I just need to click over here, ignore flat edges, and over here I prefer I just apply 45 angle of that thing, and over here I just increase division to 4. Now see, according to increase height, I need that this bevel should also change its value. So over here what I prefer, I just copy this parameter Okay, and just apply that stuff over here, paste the relative reference and divide it by 10. Okay, so now even if I change the height, it automatically changes that bevel stuff. Okay, so right now I just set it like this. Now I want to arrange its position over here. So to do that, first of all I just apply match size over here, and first of all I just set this particular stuff on the ground level. So over here in Y I just set it to minimum value. Okay, now I just apply one transform, and in that transform over here I have this base height, so I just need to copy these things, paste the relative reference over here, but see it basically intersect with that particular stuff, so I need to copy this pipe size also, and over here I just need to apply plus and paste relative reference over here, and now see it just set over here. So now over here I just need to apply one merge. This is my shading and this is my base, and we get something like this over here. Okay, so this is my fully controlled table. So over here we have that height of these things, we have pipe size, we have base which is basically controlled, base height, fillet, you can control that fillet, division of fillet, legs, you can 5 legs, 4 legs, 3 legs, whatever you like, or you have that facility, circular footrest or whatever footrest position. Okay, so this is one simple but effective example of procedural approach, okay, and how to create controls and everything. So hope you like this tutorial. See you soon with another tutorial. Thank you.